It's the Falcons going up against the Patriots. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Patriots coming onto the field led by Tom Brady, getting set for his 7th Super Bowl appearance. Now, his counterpart, Matt Ryan, this will be his first. That's obviously a storyline. Is it overhyped, Charles?
I think it's probably overhyped, but I still think it's significant because Tom Brady doesn't have to do any guessing. He has a routine for the Super Bowl that he's been able to follow 6 times previously. This is the first time for Matt Ryan, so everything's new. And he's kind of guessing along the way. Am I putting in enough time here? Is this the right thing to do? Is this the wrong thing to do? Tom Brady has none of those worries.
One recent example, Peyton Manning defeated by Russell Wilson. That was a 43-8 game. Now, Manning hadn't been to 7 Super Bowls, but that's one recent example.
Yeah, and that's why I call it an advantage, because of the 7 Super Bowls. I think when it's 2, 3 Super Bowls, not nearly the same advantage, because you're working out your process along the way. 7 times, your process is down.
Well, we know Brady relies so much on Julian Edelman, about 10 targets per game this year. But Chris Hogan obviously came to life against the Steelers. Well, he did before that, but he can have an impact, too, in this Super Bowl.
He certainly can, and that's the beauty of Tom Brady playing quarterback. If you find your way open, he will find you. So I think Chris Hogan could have an impact on the game. Martellus Bennett at tight end could have an impact. Danny Amendola from the slot position could have an impact. And, of course, throwing to the backs, James White and Dion Lewis. So, Tom Brady, if you're open, he will definitely find you.
Again, here's blown. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that has to be frustrating for the offense. They caught him in a dime package. 6 defensive backs on the field. If you're going to run draw and run your big guys at smaller people, you should have success on that play. Instead, the defense won the battle.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
On the toss, this is Blunt. Stiff-armed him. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Their big tight end from 8 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
So now out come the Atlanta Falcons. Out comes Matt Ryan, getting ready to lead this team in the Super Bowl. And he'll also learn, Charles, the night before the big game if he takes home the league MVP award. So a lot going on for Matty Ice.
There is, and you and I both know that if we asked Matt about that, the first thing he would say is, I'm not concerned about the MVP stuff. I'm only worried about the Super Bowl. But that's just being a little bit disingenuous. You can't help but be involved with an award that says you're the best of the best in your sport. If Matt Ryan were able to win that one, I think it'd be an extra bounce for him going into the Super Bowl, where I think he'll perform very well.
Well, it's no secret the defenses have pretty much not been able to cover Julio Jones this season. How do the Patriots do it? I know that that's the $64,000 question. What's the answer?
I think they do it in a variety of ways. I think it's going to be a combination play that they'll throw at him. Sometimes you'll see Malcolm Butler, the #1 corner, go ahead and line up with Julio Jones. There'll be times where he won't, and they'll end up double-teaming Julio. But whoever's on that side will show him different things. They'll come up and press him. They'll back away. They'll pretend to press. They'll run with him. They'll wait at 5 yards and catch him and then try and jam him there. So many different things. Anything trying to chip away at his timing.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Ryan. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 4th and 4.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Still second down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. And we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand.
Offside. Defense.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. On third and 1, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Patriots getting ready to go again on offense. And, Charles, you and I get a stat pack before every game. At the top of this one for the Patriots, the first note was that they're on their way to their 9th Super Bowl appearance. That is something. Most of any team.
And 8 of those since 2001. Would that be accurate?
That
because
is accurate.
The first one was Super Bowl 20. That didn't go very well against the Bears. But since that time, they've become the predominant team, going to Super Bowls and winning them. What a franchise.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And this is going to be incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And before the Falcons take over on offense, a stat that is definitely worth mentioning. They have scored this year 540 points, tied for 8th all-time in league history. But my question to you, if you had to pick one key for this offense to be successful against New England, what do you think that would be?
Offensive line. And I know that's not a very sexy thing to talk about, but the rebuild of the Falcons' offensive line over the last 2 to 3 seasons has put them in a position to where they are in a Super Bowl, because that offensive line allows all that great talent at the skilled positions absolutely flourish. The front office and the head coach, a tremendous collaboration of rebuilding that roster.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Here's Ryan. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Falcons defense gearing up as they take the field. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense.
And Blount loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Brady to throw on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Patriots. 33 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On first down, Brady. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he would have going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing on first down is Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down, but just...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. On second down, here's Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Defense likely bringing pressure here. Third and goal from the 2. That'll make it fourth down after a... And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now on fourth down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first-down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. On third down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these 2 teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Third and long, Brady's got the completion out of the gun, and he'll end up at the 25-yard line before being tackled. Patriots still on the field. Quick pass and completion is made here, and he'd cap off the 10-play drive with a TD. They strike first in the half. Falcons take it at the 1. Hooper's the target here. After the short pass, he'll score. We're brand new at 7. Falcons with the ball midway through the second. Ryan's on point with the throw, and this will go as a touchdown. Falcons up by a touchdown.
Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Patriots take over. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught, left side, Bennett. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount, 42 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
On first down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense, Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's going to go up top again. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 41 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now LeGarrette Blount gets set to go again on offense. He is fully awake now. If he didn't get off to the start that he normally does, they've got his attention. He's running it well.
You think they set off the alarm clock at the half? You think that's what went down? I know this, having played on the defensive side of the ball, if you do a really good job against a great runner, and you go into the half, you're excited, you're fired up, you think the game plan is working, but in the back of your head there's that little bit of nagging doubt. Can we do this for 4 quarters? So far, that's not happening. When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Throwing now is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They come out here in the eye. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 51. We'll return with more after this. This is the back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots in the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. 20. Throwing on 1st down is Brady, and he dumps it off to Blunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Patriots will get a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Malcolm Mitchell, 46 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And how about that giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. Here's Weems to return. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And got his man complete. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Coleman now. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down, Freeman. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So now it's 1st and goal. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Still first down.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And it's over. The Lombardi Trophy belongs to the Falcons. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.